Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, today's video will be on how to make this beautiful trendy gathered habaya. You are welcome to my channel. My name is Nafisa. For this habaya, I'll be using 3.5 meters of fabric. But if you want your sleeves to be more bigger and wider, I will advise that you use 4 meters of fabric. So I start here by folding just a little part of my fabric like so. The first measurement I took was from my shoulder to under bust, and mine was 13 inches, and to that I'll be adding 1 inch extra sewing allowance, and that's exactly what I'm marking down here. So here I'm having 14 inches. So here is from my shoulder down to my under bust with additional 1 inch sewing allowance. Next is to take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 16 inches and half of that is 8 inch, and that's what I'll be marking here. And on that same line I'll go down to get my armhole measurement. For my armhole I'm using 11 inches, and that is quarter of my bust measurement plus 1 inch, because I don't want my abaya to be fitted. I want the arm to be loose. So I went down to mark the armhole, and on this line I'll mark 1 inch to slant my shoulder. For my neck width, I'll be using 4 inches. And for the neck depth, this is for the back. This is the back piece of our abaya. For the neck depth of the back, I'll be using 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and connect it like so. And for my armhole, I'll go down from the slanted 1 inch, get the midpoint and curve it like so. Or you can go ahead and use your armhole curve like I'm doing also. Next is to measure on my bust, and cut out my bust measurement plus 1 inch is what I'm marking here. So I have 11 inches here. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So I'll be using this to cut out the front piece. So I'll just place this on this like so and have it cut out. Remember, the first piece we cut was for the back, so now we are cutting out the front. Next is to mark the neck depth for the front piece, and for me I'll be using 4 inches. Then I'll connect the neck width to the neck depth of the front. Or you can as well use your armhole curve like so. So I'll first go ahead and cut out the neckline for the back piece like so, and also the shoulder slant. Then I'll just gently remove the back piece. Then I'll finish up with the neckline of the front. So this, we are done cutting the upper part of our abaya. Whatever I have as my bust measurement, I'll multiply it by 2.5 inches, and that is what I'll be gathering on this part later on, or I can as well pleat it. So this is half of my bust, which is 22 inches. My full bust is 44 inches. And I'll multiply that by 2.5, and that gives me 110 inches. So the total width of the fabric I will gather on my under bust will be 110 inches. And for the length, my full length is 58 inches. And from that, I'll minus 13 inches to get the total length of the remaining down part. So 58 minus 13 is 45 inches. So here I'm marking my 110 inches width, and this is what I will gather on the upper part of the abaya. You can as well choose to pleat. This depends on whatever you like. So I'm marking my 110 inches here. So the width of this will be 110 and the length should be 45 inches. So I'm marking my 110 inches here. So I'll go ahead and fold these into 4 to get my 45 inches length. So here I have the 110 inches folded into 4. And I'll go ahead and take the 45 inches length, and to that I'll be adding extra 1.5 inches sewing allowance. So I'm marking 46.5 inch here. So that will be the length. So I have this cut out. Before sewing these on the upper bodies, I will have this cut into 2 equal parts, and that one will be gathered on the front and the other piece will be gathered on the back. Next is to cut out the sleeve. My sleeve length is 24 inches, and to that I'll be adding extra 2 inches. And the width will be 14 inches on fold. So I'll go ahead and mark and measure what I have on my armhole as seen. Here I have 12 inches, and I just want to make sure what I have here is up to my 12 inches on the armhole. So for me, I have extra 2 inch, which is fine. So here I'll come down by 3 inches and I'll mark it out like so. So if you want your sleeve to be more wider than this, you can go ahead and use the width of 16 to like 18 inches, depends on what you have. That's why I said it's better to use 4 meters of fabric instead of 3.5 meters. So here I have the 3 inch marked out like so. So remember we have 12 inches here. So I'll go ahead and mark the 12 inch here. So I'll just go ahead and gather the remaining 2 inch on my armhole. So I'll curve it out like so. So I'll be having extra 2 gathered on the armhole later on. And on the down part here, I'll go ahead and mark 11 inches. And this is where we'll be inserting our elastic. So I have 11 inches here, and from there I'll just curve it out like so. So I'll cut this out and I'll be placing this on another fabric to cut the second sleeve. So while cutting the second sleeve, I ended up joining the sleeve. So I had to cut this also into 2. So you might later see the joining in the video. So to join this together, I'll go ahead and place the front and the back piece, and I'll join the shoulder like so. And after joining this, so next is to finish up the neckline. So I have this long piece cut out, which is 2 inch, and I'll fold it into 2 and have this sewn around my neckline like so. So here I'm done with the neckline. So next is to have my sleeve attached to the armhole. So I'll go ahead and gather the sleeve to match what I have on the armhole. So I'll just set my machine to the highest and stitch on this part. So I'll draw out the gather like so. So while sewing the sleeves, I make sure I pull the gathers up to the shoulder. So I make sure all the gathers falls on the shoulder part. As you can see what I'm doing here. So you just have to pull it up. To all my subscribers, I say thank you all for subscribing to this channel. So after attaching both sleeves, the next thing is to have this folded like so. So you can just fold it into two like so. And after sewing, I'll go in with my elastic. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So I'll go ahead and have this joined together. And for the down part, the 110 inches width fabric I have earlier, I'll be gathering it on this part. And I've cut that into two. One will be for the front and one will be for the back. Then I'll go ahead and gather this part. So here I have my machine set on the highest. Then I'll just run the gather stitch here. So I'll go ahead and sew this. And after sewing, I'll draw my gathers to match what I have on the bust. So this is me drawing my gathers. So you just draw your gathers to match with with the Honda bust that you sew it together. So right side facing each other. So you just place the gathered part on the underbust area like so. Remember I cut it into two, so one for the front and one for the back. So I'll go ahead and stitch this on my front and also do the same for the back. And after joining, we have something like this. So the next thing is to close up the side. So I'll just stitch the sides up like so. And our abaya is almost ready. And after then, I'll go ahead and hem the bottom of my abaya. Then we are done with the sewing of this beautiful abaya. So this is the final look.